There is something quite intimidating, almost scary, when you're swimming along an underwater wall and you know the bottom drops off for thousands of feet below you. Even though wall dives can be some of the most epic experiences, it's difficult not to contemplate the dark depths below you and what they may hold. As you cruise along examining the reef, part of you is always keeping an eye on the open expanses, never knowing what may appear. Alright guys, today's a pretty exciting day. We finally caught a break in the weather and we're driving up north to hit the north wall dives. That's a deep drop off that fringes the entire north side of the island, and it's very dependent on which way the prevailing winds are coming from because it gets pretty rowdy up there. But from all our research, it says that this is has the potential to be some of the best diving on the island. It's rarely visited, not a lot of human interaction up there, so there's a chance to see some really good stuff. So we got a break in the winds and we are heading up to the Cayman Yacht Club to get on our boat to hit the north wall. So pretty exciting day. We will see you afterwards. The north wall of Grand Cayman stretches along the island's north coast from West Bay to Rum Point across the entire mouth of the North Sound. What starts as a shallow reef shelf quickly descends thousands of feet into the Cayman Trench. Switching to 3D map view, you can see this dramatic drop-off in real time and the wall dive it forms in the process. After dropping into the shallows, we make our way through an impressive canyon to the outer wall. Unfortunately, it becomes immediately clear that the storms over the past few days have stirred up a lot of sediment in the water, making for challenging filming conditions. Despite the reduced visibility, it's also clear that this dive has huge potential. Continuing to cruise along the wall, we come across a large brown tube sponge. These filter-feeding ocean invertebrates are notoriously slow growers. Given the large size of this sponge, it is entirely possible that it is over a century old. A tiger grouper rests at a cleaning station, taking advantage of the small cleaner fish that remove parasites and dead skin. This symbiotic relationship provides essential health benefits to the grouper while giving the cleaner fish an easy, protein-rich meal. Having spent considerable time patrolling the deep wall drop-off and running up against our no decompression limits, we make our way through another channel in the reef wall heading for shallower water. As we do, we are greeted by a school of tarpon who often congregate in these narrow cuts in the coral, waiting for tidal currents to funnel bait fish and other prey to them. Tarpon are large, prehistoric game fish that can grow up to 8 feet or 2.5 meters and weigh up to 280 pounds or 127 kilograms and can live for more than 50 years. Large, bright silver scales cover their bodies, earning them the nickname the Silver King. Being so shiny does come with disadvantages though, mostly that it makes them difficult for me to film. They are called prehistoric fish because the fossil record indicates they have been found in our oceans for over 100 million years, dating back to the Cretaceous period. It's kind of awe-inspiring to think that these fish swam in our oceans at the same time that dinosaurs roamed the earth. Speaking of fish that have inhabited our oceans for millions of years, a reef shark materializes out of the murky water, slowly approaching us. The same fossil record that places tarpon in these waters for over 100 million years indicate that sharks predate dinosaurs by over 200 million years. They have lived through all 5 of Earth's mass extinction events, but it remains to be seen if they will survive the relentless assault modern man has placed on them. Back in the shallows, we spend our last few minutes admiring the healthy coral and looking for some of the reef's smaller but still impressive inhabitants. A small squirrelfish hides under a ledge. While perhaps not as impressive as a shark, this small nocturnal hunter features venomous spines, much like a lionfish. Their name comes from the chirping and grunting sounds they produce by vibrating their swim bladders. And finally, to cap off the dive, we find a conch meandering through the sand. You're probably familiar with their shells, but most people have never seen the animal that inhabits them. These giant, slow-moving sea snails use their singular foot to pull themselves along the bottom and feature 2 prominent eye stalks that can move independently. Like oysters, conchs can produce natural pearls, and although they lack the same luster as normal pearls, they are much more rare.
We just finished up our north wall dives here in Grand Cayman. Overall, some pretty good dives. We saw some nice sized tarpon down there and some reef sharks that were being very photogenic for us. The sheer size of the wall itself is really breathtaking. So definitely worth a visit, and we'll see you guys on the next one.